Hi, this is Katie Shell with Essential Journeying, and I am doing a little video. It's a Tuesday, no, it's Wednesday already. It's the night before Thanksgiving, and I've been wanting to do a video kind of how self-care or boundaries or some unconditional love, some of the other themes that I often find myself coming to during the holiday season, when we have a lot of people, a lot of moving pieces, a lot of moving parts coming together, and I hadn't really settled down on one oil to work with. I talk about vetiver a lot for this. I talk about because it's good for grounding, it's good for erosion, so it keeps us from eroding. I talk about cork fir bark if you really need to put up some strong boundaries. I talk about blossoms because it's good for reminding you to take care of yourself. I was gonna do one on lavender, and I still might do that. Lavender because it's calming. It's about feeling whole. It's about all sorts of different things. But what today I finally actually felt called to sit and do a video on was ocean pine, because the thing that has been helping me the most in in these few weeks, even starting to plan for the holidays, because it's like, well, this person wants this thing and this, and people coming in from out of town and all sorts of different needs that we're trying to meet, as well as just meeting my own family's needs, which is always a juggling act. And so how do we take care of ourselves and be with the people we care about, but also, do the things that we need to do to take care of ourselves, or whatever else that we need. So the one I chose is ocean pine, and ocean pine is an old friend for me, one that I rely on a lot. And she helps us because she's a pine. She reminds us to breathe. So I'm going to go ahead and start by breathing her in. And so you always just put a few drops in the hand. Take a deep breath. Just breathe her all the way down into the belly. And because she's also very grounding, because she's a pine, as we breathe her into the belly, just taking breaths and connecting all the way down into the feet, and really putting our roots, really grounding, really creating roots, really feeling that extension down into the earth, so we can feel that support, that unconditional love and support that we need from the mother, and to remind us that we are worthy of unconditional love and that we are allowed to take care of ourselves. And so as we breathe in, every time you breathe in, you can remind yourself to extend those roots down and breathe that unconditional love and nourishment from the mother. So the pine helps us do that. One, because it helps with breath, and two, because it's a pine and it helps us ground. Pines also help us stand tall, and they help us reach for the sky. So we can reach from, again, reaching our branches up towards the sky and feeling that unconditional love of the Father, of the cosmos, of the universe, all of that light and love coming down into us. And so we breathe those in together. We breathe those in together into our heart. Now, the third thing, and then the final reason kind of that I like ocean pine specifically, as opposed to the other pines. Black pine is going to help extra with the grounding. White pine is going to help extra with kind of the clearing out. We have several different pines, and they're all going to have really special specifics. But with the ocean pine, because it works with the water and grows by the ocean, it helps us go with the flow. And it helps us be fluid with all of the things that are happening around us and all of the changes that happen. Because there's always going to be last minute things that come up, that things that we thought were one way and turn out to be another way. And instead of, gritting our teeth and being frustrated with it, by taking those breaths, grounding, and allowing ourselves to go with the flow, and taking that moment of prayer to ask to help us, asking the mother, asking the Father, asking the cosmos to help us, to assist us in moving with the flow and being fluid with all of those things that are happening around us, and to remind ourselves to stay in joy, to stay in love, to stay in unconditional love, and to just, if we need to take a step back, float over to the side of the road, float over the side of the river. It will continue to flow without us. The ocean will continue to flow without us, even if we need to step out, and it will accept us back in as we need to, as we're ready to step back in. So just remind yourself, helps remind us to go with the flow, to ground, to breathe, and to be one, and to be one with our souls and with our soul family. So thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you have a great, wherever you are, weekend, day, whatever you are listening to this or watching this. So thank you very much.